What's up, YouTube? It's your boy RODSKII, and we back with another video, man. And I honestly don't know the title of what this video is going to be about. It's going to be like, don't be scared of getting relationships on your way up, while you're grinding. But pump the brakes. Before we even get into that, if you're a subscriber of me, then you already know what I'm about to say. But if you're not a subscriber to me and you're on this video, that's a great sign because that shows you want to make an improvement in your life, an improvement in whatever you want to aspire to get to. You know what I'm saying? So, with all that being said, we're doing a 75-day challenge. We are currently at, I think this is 16 or 17 days. I really don't keep up with the days because I actually love like making content for y'all. So it really just be a hobby for me. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yeah, we're doing a 75-day challenge, man. Where by the end of this challenge, I guarantee you, 100% will guarantee you, you'll become a better human and a human that's ready to take action on your dreams and get it accomplished. You know what I'm saying? So, with all that being said, if that's something you're interested in, something you want to keep on furthering, even you don't even have to subscribe to me right now. Let this video be, a trial to y'all, and at the end of the video, you rocking with me, hit that subscribe button, post notifications. If you're not, you're welcome to leave. I appreciate you taking the time out today. But with all that being said, I'm not going to prolong the video no more. Let's get straight into it. All right, y'all. So I know in the past, I made a video similar to this while I was on this challenge, but I didn't really take a full, well, I don't want to say video. I made a similar segment about this, but I want to turn to a full video and just kind of get my opinions on it because I feel like this is a conception that people have on like the self-improvement journey and things like that. And today was about relationships, and these are friendships, relationships and just things like that, and I feel like relationships are very, very vital to what you are doing because I like to put it in terms of sports. We all play sports, or I don't want to say we all play sports, but we know sports. Sports, 9 times out of 10, you can't just have one good player. You're going to have an ample good players, to really make some noise. And we're going to take the NBA champions as an example. We're going to take the Oklahoma City Thunder, OKC, and, obviously star player is Shea. And look at it as you're Shea. You're the star player. But you need surrounding pieces that matches your game style. Even if they're not going to put up 30 points a game, you still need players that's going to match your style. You know what I'm saying? And you see Shea. He got Jalen Williams, doing his thing. He got Chet Holmgren doing his thing. He got Isaiah Joe doing his thing. He got Isaiah Hartenstein or whatever his name is, they center. He doing his thing and they all match his play style. And, whenever you're trying to build something, if that's your dreams or whatever, you need to find people that's going to match your play style, And it's like this. I'm going to give y'all story time even with my brand. I'm going to give y'all story time with my brand, I have one of my best friends, one of the coolest people I ever met, right? So, it's not because it's him, but I was just nervous of anybody just joining my brand because, you hear all the terrible stories about certain people and how their brand went down after that. Ooh, right. So I was timid, but then, he really can't. Well, I was asking, because I was like, man, I really need a team. So I was asking, who interested in joining the brand. I had a couple people, swipe up, say they're interested, but, it's Instagram at the end of the day. So at the end of the day, it's like, if I don't really know you, you're probably not going to get selected. So he swiped up. And I was thinking, I was like, you know what? What's the worst that could happen? We're going to add him to the brand, see what he do, right? And I'm going to tell you this, bro. If y'all know anything, y'all might have seen me with Quan, the video I made about that. Y'all might have seen me with all these people, bro. I could tell you, none of that would have been possible without him. And if you're watching this, I love you to death, Tease. I fuck with you, gang. Like, for real, bro. You one of the realest niggas I know, bro. And, I feel like I don't be showing you as much, as how grateful I am for you. But, I'm very grateful that you added to the team, bro. Like, you dead for real. But, and when I added him to the team, he's more of that personality that I'm not. I'm more reserved personality. Even though I do YouTube, I'm actually more reserved in real life. Like anybody that knows me, obviously, the videos is one thing, but when it get into person, I'm not too loud. or I ain't gonna say he's loud, but you know, he gonna ask the dude, like, he got his character about himself type, you know. So it's like I added him to the brand, right? And we just be getting, every time we go to events, if there's a celebrity or anybody like that, you know, he gonna be the one to get the interview. He gonna be the one to talk to them and all this stuff, you know, because it's like I'm the business, but he's like the personality of the business. You know what I'm saying? But that's kind of what the video is about, and kind of what I wanted to discuss to y'all about. Is like, bro, don't be scared of building relationships, you know, on your grind journey. Because I feel a lot of gurus, they try to teach y'all, oh, you got to do it all independent. Oh, no, no, no. Don't focus on nobody. Woo, woo, woo. And, you know, I feel like that's important too. But at the same time, you got to realize, though, you know, you finding the right person, whether that's a friendship or a relationship, can help translate your business or whatever you want to do times 10. You know, because like this, if you having a business, say you running a fucking clothing brand, you can have somebody, you know, obviously you can do the designs and all that stuff, or you can have somebody do the designs. You can have somebody deliver. You can have people do this because you done build that relationship, and people that generally want to see you win and want to see y'all win. You know what I'm saying? So don't be scared of building relationships, you know. And I hate that gurus say that, because it's like building relationships is one of the best things you can do. And we're going to translate the video more into, like, you know, I was talking about friendships, you know, story time. I had one of my friendships, right? Now we're going to talk more about the relationship side of things. And, you know, relationships, you know, it could be bad, but it could also be great too if you find the right person. And I'm going to give y'all an example, right? So one of these times I went to a pop-up, right? I went to a pop-up shop. And, you know, it was actually in North Carolina, if you know me. You know, this was like this is like a year ago, actually, now. I be forgetting my months twisted. But anyway, yeah. So I went there, and, you know, his girl was just like helping him out. She was passing out business cards, all this stuff, no frown on her face, nothing like that. Like, she dead ass wanted to see the dude win. And, you know, that's what you need to look for. That's what you need. And that's the type of stuff that can benefit your business times 10. You know, because you might need to look at it like this, right? I'm gonna just speak for me, you know. It's like when you're talking to a female, you're trying to get, you know, that client locked in. It could be kind of challenging sometimes, because it's like you don't want to come off too flirty, or, you know what I'm saying, just nothing like that. So it's like when you have a female doing that, it's just that connection is like there. You know, that connection is more there. You know, there's more trust built with a female talking to a female. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's many ways it can benefit you, you know, and that's just not even that, but even just somebody that just believes in you, somebody that just motivates you, you know, to get to the next point in life that you want to get to, and for y'all to get to the next point in life, and that's willing to take them sacrifices for you, but not even willing to take them sacrifices for you. Somebody that's willing to accept you taking sacrifices to get to the level that you want to be at. And that's something that can be very important, you know. And you look at people who are successful today, you know, and people that have their wife with them, you know, even if they met their wife during the grinding journey, you know what I'm saying? They met a good person. You're gonna see that reflection throughout what they're doing, whether that's content, whether they're business. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like relationship is not a negative thing, and I feel like too many gurus on here, when it comes to self-improvement, put a negative light on it. So I just wanted to kind of make a video on that, you know, just expressing what it really does, you know. But with all that being said, that's probably gonna wrap up the video. I enjoy y'all for staying tuned. I love every single one of y'all. And yeah, shit. Peace out.